Yo, what is up everybody? It is your boy Xehther here, back at it again to drop the finale for What If Naruto Was a Saiyan. Now, a lot of you guys are probably going to be like, hold on now, finale already? And yeah, finale. However though guys, don't be too upset because very soon I will be dropping an MHA X Naruto What If, this one that you guys have actually been waiting for a long time. What if what if Deku was Minato's reincarnation? Because if Naruto was his reincarnation, it wouldn't make too much sense. That being said, that's going to be dropping on the channel along with 2 other What If movies very soon. That will be of course commissions. And with that being said though guys, you guys got a little bit of a sneak peek into the future. That being said, make sure you guys tell a friend and tell another friend, grab your snacks and hit it. Okay guys, so we're gonna pick off this story in a very interesting way. We pick off with Naruto and Hinata doing the nutty and and yeah, that's going on. While that's happening, this is actually going to be the morning of the exams. Naruto and Hinata went at it the entire night, and you already know my boy Naruto's ki supplies, they infinite, so that man was able to keep going. One downside to him not having chakra, however, is that he can't hit her with the shadow clone jutsu. So, he had a little bit of a downfall in terms of that stuff. But that being said, it is now the morning of the tuning exams. Now, this will be when Naruto finally gets his stuff together and he puts on his clothes. Hinata and Naruto both already know that they're going to have to fight each other, and Naruto's already decided what he's gonna do. He's just gonna drop out of this. I mean, it's gonna be kind of weird if he has to fight his girl and has to hurt her, so he doesn't want to do that. So he's just gonna drop out and maybe have another battle with Sasuke some other time. And Naruto doesn't know if Sasuke will let her pass, but if he hurts her, then that's not him, so he's fine. That being said, this when they would arrive at the arena, and they would both get ready to have their matches. They would both get called down there. Naruto would look at Hinata. He'd give her a kiss on the forehead before everything starts, and before Hinata even rushes at Naruto would say that he gives up. As everybody in the crowd is just like, huh? They're like, wait, we weren't expecting an amazing battle. We're getting an amazing battle. This is when Naruto's just like, nah, that's my girl. I'm not about to hurt her. And Hinata's just like, wait, what, Naruto? And yeah, Naruto's just like, yeah, I'm done. This would lead to Naruto going up in the arena and being like, dude, I know you ain't just quit. Naruto would look at him and be like, what do you want me to do? Hurt her? Would you hurt your girlfriend? No, Sasuke would look at him and be like, I mean, you're kind of right, but that would mean that I'm going to win this way too easily. Like, what do you want me to do now? Naruto would start chuckling and saying, don't worry, you wouldn't win easily even if you wanted to. You might have to put a little effort into it. Sasuke would start chuckling and saying, yeah, right, I want to put a lot of effort into it. I'm not going to win this tuning exam unless I fight you at the end. I'm dropping out after this next battle, so you better hope that this guy gives me a challenge, or else later I'm going to put you in a near death state. Naruto's like, scary, and he just walks off, and Sasuke's like, this guy always thinking about himself. As he would go down, this is when Sasuke would basically have his katana there, and Sasuke would be having that sexy Sasuke drip from Orochimaru, except he would actually be covered up a little more. That being said, he would be wearing EMS Sasuke drip, yeah, with a black jacket instead of purple. Nah, it would be the purple, but he would have this Uchiha crest on his back. That being said, this is when Sasuke would arrive down below. Gaara would as well, and Gaara would be like, blood, need more blood. At this point, Gaara is completely far gone. Gaara is a shell of what he was in the tuning exams. The Shukaku has been bothering him for far more years. So this version of Gaara is so unstable, literally all he can think of is death. As soon as Sasuke sees this, he can just be like, yup, not playing no games. And Sasuke would legit just be like, this guy is literally a threat to me and his own village. I'm gonna put him down. Killing is allowed, so Sasuke is going to take out his blade, and immediately, like just on sight, he puts his Chidori lightning stream into the blade as he blitzes Gaara. I'm having a little bit of a brain fart now, but he blitzes Gaara, and this is when he literally slices his head off, and Gaara's head just boop on the floor. The fact that Shukaku died within Gaara means he'll be gone for quite a bit, and Naruto's Kyuubi within him would wake up after feeling the energy of Shukaku dissipate. He would smile within Naruto, and that is basically all that would happen with that. This is when, they would basically all just be happy, and Sasuke would be like, alright, I quit. As they'd be like, Hinata wins. As it's at this point that they would basically be just celebrating, but 5 minutes into it, this is when the signal would be given and the destruction on the Konoha village would finally start. This is when Naruto and Sasuke would both look at each other and be like, yup, not having it, as they would both blitz everywhere. Naruto's not playing no games. They're trying to hurt the village, which he's going to be Hokage in sometime soon. So he would just shoot ki blasts at like a bunch of random Sand Shinobi, just completely decimating them. And as for Temari and Kankuro, Sasuke just knocks them out with this blade, with the back of it. After that, this is when Orochimaru and Hiruzen's battle would start. However, Naruto is with Hiruzen this time because he got in the 4 trigram seal, I believe is what it's called, before they could fully set it up. That being said, Naruto would be up there with Hiruzen versus Orochimaru, and Orochimaru would immediately summon the 1st, 2nd, and 4th Hokage this time. Naruto would immediately just see all of them and just be like, huh, he kind of looks like me. This is when he would basically go over to Minato and Naruto would handle him instantly. Naruto would shoot a ki blast at the top half of Minato, meaning he had nothing but his legs, and Naruto would then place a seal on him and Minato would be gone. As yeah, Naruto has seals, he can't exactly use them like in the way that everyone else can, but Naruto's not using a chakra seal. He's using a ki seal. He would seal Minato within his own version of a seal, very similar to the chakra one, but a lot more effective. And this is when he would do the same to the 1st and 2nd Hokage. As Orochimaru would curse his luck, he would then immediately say that they have to go. As he would reverse summon himself out of there, this would mean that Hiruzen, yeah, he survives this time, and because he survives, he would end up going down there and helping with the cleanup of the village, meaning in this version there's almost 0 damage done to the village other than the giant snakes. But Sasuke would have handled the first one by just cutting its head clean off, meaning that the only damage that really happened to this with the snakes is just, they're so big that when they died they fell and crushed a couple buildings. So that's pretty much all the damage that happened in the village. In terms of casualties, there was quite literally only one, Gaara. He was the only casualty that ever happened in this version. That being said, this is when we will have a little bit of a weird event, which I'm pretty sure many of you guys aren't expecting. See, Hiruzen would tell Jiraiya that he wants him to become Hokage for him, and Jiraiya would be like, nah, I'm good. And because he says he's good, Hiruzen would be like, well, alright, I guess I have no other choice. He would quite literally appoint Jiraiya as the Hokage against his will, and Jiraiya is going to be the 5th Hokage. There's no choice for Jiraiya. Like, he appointed him, and that's all there is to it. Jiraiya would at first try to run away, but after Naruto hears that Jiraiya quite literally tried to give up the position of the Hokage, he would pull up to him bloodlusted and just be like, if you don't become the Hokage, not only is your life going to end here, but I'm gonna make sure you suffer for not training me when we were gone doing your research, old man. As Jiraiya, he submits. If he fought against Naruto, Sage Mode or not, any advantages you could give Jiraiya, he's dying, dude. Naruto at this point is on the level of Jubidara. Like, just let's be honest, Naruto's on the level of Jubidara. He has ki. Even if he was like Saiyan Saga tier at this point, like, he would just obliterate the Naruto verse. So Naruto's just, he's on god tier levels right now. The only real thing that Naruto really has to master now is his swordsman skills and the Kyuubi. And what do you know? This is when they would have the 3-year time skip. However, they would not end up leaving the village, and this means that they end up training within the village the entire time. During these 3 years, Naruto would go on casual missions, and he would also be trained by Jiraiya during this time, training to master the Kyuubi. He would spend 3 years mastering the Kyuubi as well as his Kenjutsu. Sasuke would do the same, and he would even activate the Mangekyo Sharingan. You may be wondering, how did he activate it? I don't know. I'm not going to give a reason. Dude, like, I don't want to have Sasuke just stay with the 3 Tomoe Sharingan. So I'm giving him the Mangekyo Sharingan. And if you have a problem with it, too bad. So yeah, I mean, I honestly could have said he unlocked it through happiness, kind of like how Sarada did, but it kind of sounds a little butt cheek, so I'm just gonna say plot. That being said, he would also have ended up mastering swordsmanship, and he even ends up learning Snake Sage mode. That being said, this is when, you know, the 3-year time skip ends, and if you guys want to find out what happened with Hinata, she ended up training with the legendary Sannin Tsunade. They ended up needing her about a couple years later due to the fact that, you know, they kind of wanted her in the village because Jiraiya was like, yep, I'm not trying to be Hokage, but Naruto, please help me. And Naruto was just like, fine, you decrepit old man. You did teach me KCM, so he's like, I guess I'll go find Tsunade for you. He found her, and she was appointed the 6th Hokage. That being said, this is when, you know, she would have actually been forced because she did a bet with Naruto, which she lost. Naruto went to go look for her, and when he did, it wasn't that good for her. Also, there's one big, huge thing that I completely forgot to mention. I just didn't even write it in my script. The reason there would have already been the battle with Itachi and Kisame. If you guys remember, Itachi and Kisame ended up coming to the village before they went to the hotel with Naruto was in. So in this version of events, they basically ended up essentially going to the village, to which a lot of different things ended up happening. In this version of events, when they arrived to the village, Sasuke and Naruto would have been helping with the rebuilding process and all that stuff. And when Sasuke laid his eyes on Itachi, he was 2 years older. So while I could say Itachi got stronger, he's about the same strength that he was by the end of the little time skip. He's about the same strength that he was when he fought Sasuke in the original canon. So that being said, as soon as Sasuke lays his eyes on Itachi, hell goes down. Sasuke and Naruto fought against Kisame and Itachi, but Kisame was kind of not important to them. So Naruto quite literally just said this word, Kame, Hame, and he obliterated Kisame. That means that Naruto and Sasuke, I like how I'm just acting as if that didn't just happen, but yeah, he basically proceeds to just fight against Kisame and Itachi, and just Itachi, and the both of them obliterated Itachi. He tried using his Susanoo cage, but dude, Naruto is there. He busted through that thing with nothing but his pure physical strength. I mean, Naruto is a beast. He's even stronger than Tsunade at this point. And after that, Sasuke, he landed a finishing blow. He ended up using Kirin, and he ended up finally accomplishing his goal. He never ends up learning the secret about Danzo. Therefore, he never learns that his brother was actually low-key a hero. And I say that because, I mean, Itachi could have just worked with Danshizui's pawn and taken down Danzo. That way the, Chihaku would have never happened. But, you know, when you're 14 years old in that situation, you don't really think so. I'm going to go with Hero Itachi. That being said, this means that there will be 0 Kazekage arcs. And one thing that will actually be happening because of this is Boruto is born a little soon. See, because Naruto one day actually forgot to put on the Saiyan armor, Naruto ended up accidentally having Boruto a little sooner than he expected. Hinata got pregnant at 19. And, not bad, but now, Naruto's a dad, and Sasuke is just so glad he doesn't have a girlfriend. That being said, around the time that Naruto's kid is born, this is when, the Asuma would die, and Shikamaru's teacher and all that stuff. I believe that's what his name is, by the way. And, he would get taken out. That being said, Naruto would be informed, and because, his wife is giving birth, Hinata, Naruto can't exactly just leave. So this means Sasuke goes with him, and he ends up actually handling Kakuzu, and, Shikamaru obviously ended up handling Hidan. That being said, at this point, Naruto and Sasuke are just too strong, like just too strong. That they both ended up developing something very, very similar. Cockiness. They have that aspect to them that Gohan had when he fought against Majin Oob. When, no, not Oob, but Boo. When, he was too cocky, and so Oob caught him off guard. Yeah, he has that awful tendency. Both of them do. That being said, this is when after all these years, they decide that, it's about time that they both handle the Akatsuki. So this basically leads to them, well, going to the Akatsuki hideout, seeing as, Jiraiya, after not being appointed as Hokage, kind of started doing his research. And of course, Jiraiya still ends up dying to pain, leading to Naruto getting very, very upset. And, he's pissed, to say the least. So they finally start looking for them, and this is when Naruto would basically find the lair of the Akatsuki with Sasuke, and they would both just destroy the door. All of the Akatsuki members would be having a meeting at this time, and this is when Naruto and Sasuke would just blast at their opponents. Sasuke would rain down a Kirin, with Naruto just blasting ki blades, not ki blades, but ki blast, just incinerating the weak members. Deidara and little Shukaku, I believe that's what it's called. Shukaku? No, not Shukaku, but Mr. Sasori. Yeah, Sasori. Naruto ended up obliterating Sasori and Deidara, just ki blast. And with Pain's his death is gonna be a lot more rough. With Pain, what Naruto ended up doing was punching a hole straight through his diva path, and then after realizing that Pain wasn't the actual one, Naruto decided that he would just basically leave Sasuke there to handle them, because he knows he can. Pain is his kill, therefore he kind of left. So that was his first mistake. This is when Naruto would fly over there, and he would quite literally get attacked by a push attack by Pain's Rinnegan. I almost said Sharingan, but Rinnegan. Naruto would stand there using nothing but his eyes to block the attack, Jiren, and he would basically proceed to blast Pain out of existence, or Nagato. However, he did take his time, and he did it really nice and slow. So when he arrived back, he came back to a site that was pretty bad. Remember how I said Naruto and Sasuke were cocky? Obito exists. So when Sasuke thought he killed Obito with his Chidori, it didn't work. He acted dead, but when Sasuke would let his guard down, Obito quite literally shoved a sword inside of Sasuke's throat, and he slit Sasuke's throat and shoved Sasuke's very own katana into his heart. As Sasuke dropped dead. And when Naruto walks in and sees that sight, Naruto would explode with rage, as this is the moment that Naruto would go into Super Saiyan. Naruto would fall into a crazy rage as Naruto just completely loses his sense of self. His eyes would go completely white, his hair would rise as it would become golden, and his haircut, due to the fact that he has long hair, would kind of look like a bit of... let's see, similar to what Trunks' Super Saiyan looked like when he didn't get his haircut. So think that. And Naruto would erase Obito from existence. After doing that, this is when Naruto would just go on a complete rampage. And at this current moment, the Sage of Six Paths would be talking with Sasuke, basically telling him that the threat of Kaguya was gone, but there's a threat even greater. Naruto will destroy the entire planet if he is not calmed down. Therefore, Sasuke ends up getting the Sun and Moon seal and gets even more broken, getting a Mangekyo Sharingan with perfect Susanoo, and he even ends up getting Rinnegan in the other eye. So yeah, Sasuke's a lot stronger. He's about as strong as adult Sasuke, just with 2 arms, and even better at using a sword. So that's as strong as Sasuke is. Oh yeah, also adult Sasuke, he is about 4 times stronger physically, because Naruto just got tier, so Sasuke has to be at least approaching that. Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. That being said, he would rush at Naruto and try to do something, but he's a Super Saiyan, so Naruto nearly kills Sasuke until Sasuke says something that catches Naruto off guard. He says, Naruto, Hinata. Sasuke utters the word Hinata, and Naruto finally, within that moment, regains his sense of self. Naruto, after hearing those words, would open his eyes just slightly and see a sight of a beaten Sasuke. As for just a moment, he stops and he realizes what is going on. As he barely is able to control his rage, he looks at Sasuke and just completely is just like, I'm sorry. It's at this point that Naruto would basically fly as fast as he can with Sasuke's body to Tsunade as she would heal Sasuke. And after this is where the series basically ends. Sasuke, of course, isn't going to die. Like, I can't kill off our boy Sasuke. Come on now. He's a legend in this what if. He wasn't even an emo lesbian, so, you know, that's good. And Naruto, he becomes the GOAT. Of course, he becomes the Hokage. Sasuke becomes his advisor as well as Shadow Kage. And one day when Naruto's in the office, he just says, man, if I would have known that being the GOAT meant that being bored and sitting here doing desk job all day, I would have never signed up for it. Sasuke would be laughing, seeing as he still gets to be a badass, going out fighting people. But Naruto, yeah, he's stuck here. He has no option but to just comply with whatever is going on. And Naruto just gets to have all the fun. It sucks, but it's the reality of the situation. That being said, this is where I'm going to be wrapping up. What if Naruto was a Saiyan? Let me know if you guys enjoyed this video, seeing as, you know, it was pretty fun to make. It was pretty cool to see what would happen if Naruto had become a Saiyan without restricting him like many other what if YouTubers do, because a lot of other people like to not give Naruto the real strength of a Saiyan, where they kind of just let him be weak, even though Saiyans are just not that at all. Like, even if Naruto was to have never done all this training and all that stuff, by the end, at this point, he definitely would have been at least Saiyan Saga. Now Naruto's about Namek Saga Goku level, nearly the strength that he had when he first fought Frieza with Kaioken. So that's as strong as Naruto is now. Naruto is just a complete and utter monster, and yeah, that's basically how the series ends. If you guys like the series, make sure you guys share with a friend, leave a comment down below, let me know what your favorite part of the series was, let me know what other series you guys want me to do in terms of Naruto what ifs. And with that being said, it has been your boy Xehther, and I am out. Peace.